All right, guys. Whoa, it's Anthony here, Subaru Service. Let's got a Blue Springs truck, 137,000 miles. This is an 03, so let's try get a diag going here real quick. Look, they got their own mount. Hell yeah. All right, guys, hang on. All right, so here we go. I don't mind the crankshaft because honestly, we've got a cylinder 1 glow plug and a glow plug module. So, you know, generally the 0683, that's glow plug control module. The glow plug system is very well at monitoring itself. It's very good at it. That is what sucks, is the 132B. So, what a freaking drag. The crankshaft's open. I'm not going to freak out on that yet because I think the glow plug communication fault will cause a no start. And the no start, because of no heat, because no glow plugs, will cause crankshaft open code from cranking so much and it not firing. Seen that quite a bit. So the 132B is the biggest problem I'm seeing right now. We're going to go ahead and clear them all out, which actually, I'm not going to clear them out. Hang on. Because 03s, once I clear it, it's got to go through the learn process again for the VGT learn strategy. So let's go ahead and get the data logger up. Hang on just a second. All right. We got VGT learn okay right here, right? That's 03 stuff. This is 03. 03s are tough. The PCM thinks it's got stuck vanes and there's a variance in the in the vane position. So right there, it's basically it's saying that it's not doing what the PCM is commanding it to do. It's not seeing out of the map sensor and the mass airflow. It's not seeing enough air going through the engine that it wants to. So basically that's the 132B STK. That means stuck vanes. It thinks that the vanes are stuck. Which, whatever. We'll check that out here in a second. What I'm going to look at is, see, this is going to be a cold start. Oil is 39 degrees. Let's reset. Let's check the FICM. We don't have much injector issues, I don't think. Let's see what we got. It's kind of like a broken record, but you know what? We got to watch it. 46.5. Let the chatter stop. Here we go. Oh, let's go down here. Should have tried to fire. We'll watch FICM. I know it's dark here, but hang on. We got high pressure oil. ICP volts is a hair low. I imagine we probably have an oil leak back there. ICP sensor. 0.17, 0.16 is a little low. I like to see 0.19 generally. So that could be an oil leak, but it's not causing it to not start. Here we go. Here, let's let it get warm. It's not even trying to fire. Like there's no heat at all in the cylinders at all. What a freaking drag. I imagine if we swap out the glow plug control module, son of a gun will probably fire right up. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. We just showed. I'm going to kick the key off, and I'm going to go swap it out real quick. Hang on. All right, what I did, I just now kicked the key on. When I swapped it out, let's let it get a little bit of heat because the glow plugs probably have not been working for a while. So we'll let it burn off a little bit. Watch FICM. ICP is good. It's building high pressure oil. Let it go for a minute. Here we go. You see that? Fired right up, just like it's supposed to. Probably gonna throw some smoke out because it's burning off crap. But right there, the 683 is a kind of like the 0611 for the FICM. If you see that right there, game over. Put a new one in it. We're dropping a 46.5, which is still okay, but it's still all right. But who knows? We'll just have to watch it. Absolute cold start right there. 37. Whatever. I don't know. It's cold. Hang on. Okay, this column is freaking loose as a mother. Probably need to pull it down and tighten that up a little bit. It's probably, I mean, who knows? I think it's probably the pin in it. There's a little bushing and a pin. The bad thing is this button's not broke, so If it's too worn out, we just replace the arm. It's not that much. It's like 50 bucks or something. It's not that bad, but they were put a new pin in it and then put a new rubber little keeper bushing, whatever the hell it is. But no big deal. Hang on. Holy crap. Hang on, guys. Hang on. All right, here's what we got here. The MGP up top needs to be at like 2.1 with the VGT at 84%. So what we've got, there you go, 0, 0. Now I close the VGT right there, and we're only building 0.4, 0.5, half a pound. That means either we got a turbo leak, we got a Y pipe leak, we got a intake leak. Something is leaking, something's bleeding off air. Either something's bleeding off air or turbo needs to be cleaned. Probably wouldn't be far-fetched that the turbo needs to be cleaned, being as how it only has 137,000 miles. This is a city truck. It probably idles a lot. So not far-fetched that it needs to be cleaned. What I'm going to do is just work it a little bit, kind of sacrificing the unison ring. It will go up. I can get it to free up a little bit. See, now we're at 60. The higher the RPM you do this at, the more oil pressure that is available. See, now we're in the 70s. The problem is we got to get it to 2 pounds. So yeah, that sucks. I mean, you know, right now I'm kind of sacrificing the unison ring. Hopefully it doesn't dig into it too much, because I'm forcing it to push it past the, you know, it's got soot and restriction and rust crap and crap on it that's holding the unison ring from spinning. Right now I'm kind of just trying to break it up without having to take the turbo off the truck. I mean, a 132B isn't necessarily the end of the world for a city truck. You know, this truck doesn't pull the mountains. So whether or not we need to even address power, you know, maybe let it get worse. Let it get to where the turbo's completely freaking seized up, which I'm already freeing it up now. If you look, I'm getting into the 80s now. So it's freeing up. It was only getting to 50 or 40 when I first started messing with it. So, but, you know, we'll just decide what we want to spend money on. Who knows? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't care if we could yank turbo off, clean it up, at the risk of having to buy another turbo, because who knows what we're going to find, you know. But I got to get underneath it here too. I'll do that here in a second. I'm just going to warm it up, look for an oil leak, and look for exhaust leaks. I'm not hearing any exhaust leaks though, so it's probably just the turbo seized up. Wouldn't doubt it. Here, let me show you where we get now. See, we're getting in the 90s. We're almost at 1 pound, so just by right now, we've already freed it up quite a bit, but hang on a second. All right, I went ahead and got it warm. It did have the vane strategy in it. I got it warm, and I mean, granted, you know, we, airbag warning light, that's probably that light right over there. Maybe, or it could be the light on the dash. It knows if the light is not on. So I got it hot to where we could learn the VGT. Actually, it's got it hot so we could learn it, so it could learn. What we're going to do now is go in and we can check the glow plug test, but that's not going to do anything because we actually have good glow plug control module in there now, fired right up. So we probably still have #1 glow plug code, but that ain't going to affect anything. I mean, it's one glow plug. It'll start just fine. What we're going to do is we're going to hook this back up here. Hang on. Okay, now we got to find out it still says conditions not correct. Cleared to 132, stuck vanes and variance, but still says conditions not correct. Now, depending on if ICP volts, if the engine is running stable, we'll decide. Hang on just a second, let me look around here. We gotta have enough oil temperature. Hang on, hang on. Okay, I was still commanding VGT. So I closed it, conditions not correct. Now it's varying. Let's see what it does. Let's let it go through its learned cycle events, learned events. Let's see what it does, hang on. Okay, went ahead and went through all that. VGT learned. Let me go down one, here we go. VGT learned, okay. With no 132B. So, you know, we might have sacrificed the unison ring a little bit. Hopefully not. But when it gets stuck too much, the little actuator arm going in the groove of the unison ring could wear a groove in it. But you know what? It is what it is. I mean, we at least cleaned it up. It should work okay now for a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be 100%. But it was about 25%. Now it'll be about 75% of the turbo output, you know. So let's all right, now I'm about to get underneath. Hang on. Okay, this has some kind of funky ass horn. One of the horns is messed up, so you only got one horn. There's a 2 horn underneath here, but whatever, no big deal. Okay, I got EGR valve performance range. Okay, now that's a bad valve. Now what I might have screwed up just now, because sometimes as O3s, it will allow me to, because I forgot I did have the EGR valve commanded. I had it commanded, so sometimes I might have to shut it off. Okay, it's moving now. If I have it, I had it commanded off while I was cycling the VGT, the unison ring. So yeah, I mean, I probably left it on. Hopefully that's where the 404 came from. Let's go ahead and let's do this again and see. Hang on just a second. All right, well, let's go ahead and test that with intake temp sensor. Hang on. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna command it up. I don't have them both in the same spot. We're gonna watch this 73 and watch for it to go up. But I gotta hang on. Oh yeah, it's working. Oh, it was working. I could hear it. I could hear the sound coming from it. Hang on. 39. Hang on, let's let it sit there. It keeps kicking it out. Whatever. Let's go ahead and do an EGR test. Hang on just a second. It's not too bad, but we probably, if we get anywhere near it, we need to go ahead and put a thermostat in it too. I mean, it's getting 176. I've been sitting here with it running for a while, so you got to warm it up a little bit. Get it to 180, 185 on oil. So let's go ahead and warm it up a little bit. This has a functioning EGR system intact, so EGR valve's not too happy. So hang on. All right, went ahead and checked it. It's all good. Freed it up. Okay. You can see right there, map was a little low when it was idling up. We're still a little low, but we're within spec. We're still within it. See, we're just on the low side. It's because we're not getting all the boost. If I would have did this beforehand, and I have not went through the learn strategy because I cleared the codes out for that EGR code. So hang on. Okay, I absolutely smell catalytic converter. So this thing might, damn, it's chock full of coolant too. Full. Pour gold. We got some kind of leaking going on down there. You see it? It's wet. Yeah.
That's what the one we need for this truck.
Yep. You can see it wet on the ficum itself. See right there, it's wet. Oh, it's wet on the ficum. So we got a leak. Not sure if it's the bottle. Not sure. Let's look around here. Looks like it's coming from up there. Yeah, it's bottle leaking. So we need a new bottle. Get a bottle, it's leaking down, coolant leaking. Just looking around. This is how I just ghetto rigged glow plug. Oh, whoa. Just ghetto rigged glow plug control module on it for right now. We are looking for an oil leak. What do we got going on here? We got some wires right here. What we'll do is just let's get underneath real quick. Hang on. All right, I know they said an oil leak, but guys, I don't really know. I mean, I've had it running here for about 20 minutes, and there is hardly a drop under here. Looks like transmission leaking. I can't even get under this damn thing. I'm not seeing a freaking oil leak. We do have a low ICP volts, but hang on. Okay, so we need a new O-ring. Go ahead and do a transmission filter. What we need to decide is, do you want to go ahead and drain the transmission too and just do a service on it? Because we definitely can do that. Up here it's pretty dry. It's pretty dry up under there. I mean, dry enough. I would be looking more at this the bypass filter for the transmission. Let's look at the back now. Hang on. See if I can even get under here. No, I mean that ICP sensor is not leaking yet. So I probably let's not even pick on it. We're at 0.17 volts. We're, you know, when it gets down to 0.13, we're probably going to have an issue. We got a little bit of leaking going on in the dipstick tube, transmission dipstick tube. Just a little bit of leaking up here, but I don't think that's worth spending any money on. Got all kinds of mud under here. I think that catalytic converter is really smelling nasty. Let's look up here at the ICP sensor. Let me see if I can't get up in here and look at it. I am not seeing the signs that says we need to dig into the ICP sensor just yet. I would suggest not doing it. We are seeing all kinds of coolant though. I think that's our laundry list right there. I think I would look more towards a glow plug control module, degas bottle. I don't know, we're probably going to be at 150 bucks for the diag, because I just spent half an hour in there going through with the VGT vane sweep, and who knows, I don't know, we'll see. But so we've got shit, what else was there? I'm drawing a blank. I don't know, that little guy needs to be addressed, because I can smell it. I can absolutely smell that thing right there. It's burning. When this thing's sitting here idling, it's stinking bad. So I would address that, get that taken care of. Wish we can do that. Hell, that's about it, I think. Glow plug control module is the reason for the no start. I would not touch that #1 glow plug just yet, because if we do the #1, that is not going to cause us any issues at all. Let's let some more go, you know, might as well. So I would, what do we got? Let's finish our list. So what I got is a degas bottle. Eventually this thing will need EGR addressed. It is throwing codes for the actual EGR valve, which means it's getting gummed up and it's out of self-test range, which, you know, we're just getting gummed up, like the catalytic converter's getting gummed up. Everything's getting clogged up. A lot of idle time, you know, a lot of idle time. So degas bottle. Eventually in the future, we'll have to address the EGR system. I mean, we can address it now if you want, but I don't know. I would probably kind of hold off. Just drive it, get some more use out of it. It'll be fine. Then, shit, drawing another blank. I don't know. It's not that bad of a deal. Glow plug control module was a big reason, so yep. Probably think of something right after I kill the video. All right, guys, that's it. Degas bottle. Need a degas bottle, glow plug control module. That's about it, really. I don't see an oil leak. Oh, and transmission filter. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it. Long ass video just for nothing. Damn. All right, guys, have a good day.